What's good, superstars? Back with another Veve video. You got Superstar Joe and you got the Superstar fam in the building. How's it going, guys? Give you some web slinger action. How's it going? I hope you guys have been doing well. I've been missing for a couple days here. Had the stomach flu, busted up my thumb right now. It's in really, really big pain. But we are back here. Rob is off today. Hope you guys are doing well. If you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification. You know, whenever we post, you don't know who you're going to get, but you're going to know what time the post goes live. Today, we're doing a late one. It's 11 o'clock my time. It is what it is. You can become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video. Get a star next to your name. Level up through the ranks. You're going to see something. I just updated a bunch of the sheets here, and it is awesome. You guys are going to want to play part of that game. Also, draw spreadsheets, price prediction spreadsheets, first dibs on merch, star in the universe. Tomorrow, I'm going to do that raffle. I put all the names already. They're all locked in, so it doesn't matter if you join today. The February draw will be tomorrow. So, guys, hope you are all excited for that. You can follow on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and Discord in the description to continue the conversation. There's great conversations happening there every single day. Go talk with like-minded individuals, and me and Rob are in there on occasion lately, but sometimes we're in there a lot. So definitely go check that out. And there's a P.O. box if you want to send us something. Become a Superstar Hall of Famer. Expecting a couple of people's things that they've mentioned that they've sent us. So looking forward to that. Also, as you will see here, if you are a VIP, I have now color-coded your name with your star. So these are all the members who have passed 6 months that are in the blue color. And then we transition into the purple, which is, I think, 3 or 4 months, and then 2 months and 1 month. So if you want to be growing on this chart, changing the color of your name as well. We thank you very much for everybody who's been continually donating to us. I cannot believe how much support you guys shown us. Some of you guys have seen 7-8 months up there. So it's amazing. You guys really, really keep us going. We definitely do not want to miss days. We like to bring the content. We like to scour the internet. Like, we are spending time on Twitter and interacting with all you guys just to try and bring you guys some content and some relevant stuff. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying the continuous daily content. I'm going to bring up now the Twitter. So this is the Veve Twitter. And we have a drop I never heard of, Trollhunters. I'm kind of thinking Veve is trolling us with this drop because I don't know many people who've heard of this. I think it's pretty hard to find people who might know what this is. It does look familiar because I think it's like almost same type of facial structures like How to Train Your Dragon and those other DreamWorks movies. So whatever, they still look cool. Like we're gonna get into it. So here's the Medium article. We got Trollhunters Series 1, so we might be getting more than one series of this. Bular, it looks dope. I don't know what it is, but it looks dope. 1,222 editions for a common. So you can see the times that we're in right now. A common is only 1,200 editions. $20, cheap. That's pretty cheap. If this is something that you like, if you think, I'm sure the Vaultaholics will find stuff to do with this. Pretty cool. And I mean, if you land that on the drop, even if you're going sub 10 gems, it doesn't look too bad. Then we got Drawl, just like a macho guy with some horns there. 1,111 editions, so not too much off of the common, and that is the uncommon. Then I guess this is one of the main characters. It looks like they might be changing it up and putting it as the rare rather than the common. He's got a big sword there. That's almost like the sword we've seen on Kang a couple of days ago. This might be the bigger sword. So I don't know. Maybe this guy can take on Kang. Maybe that's all that the Avengers need to get that going. But Jim Lake Jr., 999 editions. And then we have, this guy's got 6 eyes. So, you know, he's looking out. You're not going to catch this guy from behind. He's definitely looking and making sure he knows where you're at. Blinky, 888 edition. And then you got Arg. Arg is his name. This is like almost like a abominable snowman, but with green fur. 777 editions. That's a secret rare. So if this is your thing, that is the drop details. Not my thing. I'll probably not do a price prediction on that. We got a Darth Maul comic. That one's going Saturday. The Darth Maul's going on Friday, so this is tomorrow. We also got the Medium article for this. The covers look pretty cool. Again, I don't believe this has much real-world value. I didn't do a Go Collect search. Got a lot to talk about in today's video, but Darth Maul, the secret rare looks cool. The ultra rare looking really cool with him on that that bike thing there, and then even the rare with the lightsaber right up in the front there, separating the wording. That's kind of cool. So yeah, if you're into Darth Maul, this might be one for you to go to. It's only $6.99, so not the most expensive, and 10,000 editions. Yeah, so if you're a Darth Maul, if you're a Star Wars fan, this might be something you go for just because it's cheaper on the cheaper end, and some of the more rare varieties look pretty cool for sure. And whenever we get comics in showroom #soon, then I think these will be ones that a lot of people might want to pick up at some point. So let us get into our Twitter. I retweeted this that Veve posted because somebody said, can we get bounty hunters instead of troll hunters? And Veve put Yoda, right? So he's trying to say patience, I think. I think they're trying to say patience. The Yoda's famous meme where it says patience. But I don't know. I just feel like we've been teased a little bit about Yoda, about the lightsabers being able to go in his hand and all this stuff. So David Hughes kind of talked about it. I think Yoda's got to be coming. It's got to be coming. And I'm thinking maybe OG Yoda, not Grogu. But anyway, we got Ed, though, wants Grogu. So he uses the Veve green logo because obviously they're doing the green logo now for Women History Month. And he turned it into Yoda. So this is really cool. I know Rob would really appreciate this if he saw this. But Ed making it happen again with the Veve logo. Cataclysmus. All right. Seems as though Superstar Money Juju is always working, even on DC Comics. And he ended up landing one on the drop. Today was a pretty decent comic on the DC platform. The Green Lantern Showcase 22. This one is like $100,000 for a 9.4 IRL. I don't think it's doing crazy well in the secondary market. I ended up getting one on the drop. I think I was like 42,000th in line. I just waited it out and I eventually got in. So I'm guessing people have like 10, 12 tabs open because honestly, I was like 95 percentile and I still got one. Yeah, I ended up getting I ended up getting the common and I just sold it for like 50-cent profit. But yeah, I know. I just go for them if I think like I have a chance to break even and or make some money on a flip for this stuff. I'll do that. If it's a really, really super popular book, then I'll think about it a little bit more. But I didn't get the vibes. This was very popular. I just get the vibes that this is like really scarce in real life. And it's not my favorite. Green Lantern's not my favorite superhero. I just wanted to take part again, see how the other drop systems are, and it's always a learning curve when you're learning different platforms. So it's cool to do. Speaking of other platforms, shout out to NFT Kid 23 or JPEG Joey, and shout out to Sarah for entering me into this. So he was saying anybody who doesn't own a Toy Mori, maybe you guys can suggest me some names, and Sarah suggested us. I don't have one. Now I do. I ended up getting my first ever Toy Mori. If you don't know about it, go check them out. Seems like a really cool platform. I really like this. I want this as a physical statue. I'm going to have to dig in and see if I can get that, but this is mine. Superstar Money shoes, Superstar Money color shirt and skin. And then he's got like that big hat there and a little bit of a teardrop, because he's sad that we're in a bear market, but really, really cool. Got the bell telling you guys put the bell notifications on. But I really like the one-on-one concept, and I really hope Veve does come out with a collection of one-on-ones, not just like individual one-on-ones. I just think it's fun to be able to flex how you're the only one who has that, even if it's a part of a bigger thing. So I'm definitely going to be looking more into the Toy Moris, and thanks again to Sarah, who is also, by the way, the first ever VIP on this channel and continues to be supporting the channel. So always thankful to see her around. And then here, JPEG Joey mentions, just sent about 15 Toy Moris. One of them was to us. To new members welcoming to the community, we're looking to onboard 100 new holders, so stay tuned. So definitely go follow JPEG Joey, and if I see something, I'll try and help nominate you or whatever, but I retweeted so you guys can see that. And that's it for that. So we're going to get right into the news today. Not even 10 minutes into the video, guys. You must be clapping and so happy, ecstatic. Maybe I can talk a little bit more push than the beginning. I'm just joking. But there's been some big news happening. Obviously, a lot of Veve's competition just lost their cash out. All right. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at HRO's Twitter. Okay. HRO. Hey, HRO or Heroes. Our payment processing service provider is phasing out their wire transfer services. This change affects all existing partners industry-wide. They will continue their wire transfer services through March 23rd, 2023. So HRO is losing cash out. DC NFT. We are disappointed to report that our payment service provider is phasing out their wire transfer services. The change affects all their existing partners industry-wide, including the DC marketplace. same type of language, same type of verbiage, almost like they all had a group chat on WhatsApp and they said, this is what we're going to post and this is how we're going to post it. So they're losing the cash out. This is from Palm's website, which is obviously the provider for DC. On March 1st, 2023, we announced that our payment service provider, Circle, is phasing out their wire transfers. As such, DC Marketplace will be disabling cash out requests as of March 23rd. So if you want to cash out, if you are in DC or HRO and you want to go to fiat, now's the time. Like, start to do that. They've also done things, and in both of these, even HRO, they've lowered the fee for cash out. The cash out fee, I think, used to be $25. Now it's $5. So they're kind of incentivizing you to cash out by making it cheaper, which kind of backwards. I feel like this is the opportunity for them to raise the fee because you got a short window. You might have a lot of cash outs coming. Want to maybe slow that down. I don't know, but I guess they're trying to be good faith and they actually care about their customers. So it's good to see that they're lowering that fee. So right now, if you want to get your cash out in a simple way, especially for DC, because I don't think there's any other way to get it out, $5 and you can cash out. And I might be doing that with some of my funds over there. I ended up landing that Superman drop, the first ever or second comic, I guess, they ever had. And I sold it. It was uncommon, and I have a bunch of money over there. So might take some of that out, might do some other stuff with it. We'll see. But it's always good because you can always buy in with credit card. It's a really simple platform to get back into. It's simple, so I like it. HRO and I think Recur is the other one who also uses this provider, and they're losing cash out as well. But I think HRO and Recur are both interoperable, if I'm not mistaken. I know HRO for sure is on IMX. So they still you can still get your money out on those ones by selling off app on IMX, converting it your tokens or whatever it is you get there. Because I know IMX you can trade in a bunch of tokens there too. So and then you can obviously go back to US on exchange or something like that. So a little bit of a headache though if you just want to cash out straight to cash. So what does this mean? Like what does this mean? Like what we've been saying, and this happened to Veve. So when this happened to Veve and they lost cash out, we made a big deal about it. A lot of people made a big deal about how this is not a good thing. And I'm going to repeat what I said there for Veve, and I'm going to repeat it for all of these other platforms. You got to have more than one cash out provider. If you only have one, you're cornered if anything ever happens to them. You also are at their mercy if they ever decide to change fees because you're kind of carrying their fee onto your user. So why are you going to give them all this power? Like, let them compete, let them decide, let them figure out if they're getting enough business with the fees that they're charging. Now you're giving them all the leverage by only letting them run the show. And I get it. Like, a lot of people were using this Circle company. So maybe that's why you were comfortable with it. But now look where you are. Now look where you are, guys. We need to have more than one option for cash out in all of these platforms. This is an industry-wide, as you saw in those tweets, industry-wide thing where we need to have some kind of expectation almost for multiple cash out providers. This way it's a little bit more stable. How are we supposed to bring people into this space when it's so volatile like this? We need to make sure we have more than one cash out provider, and one can go down and then you have another one there to save the day. Like, it's got to be like that. Having only one, it's not working so far. So I hope that these guys are able to get one back on track ASAP. And it's obviously got a lot of power behind it. They got DC, you've got Recur, you've got HRO, all looking for payment providers now. And I'm sure that based on the verbiage on these tweets, they probably are looking at the same ones. Obviously, DC is involved in both HRO and Palm NFT. So I'm sure that they're probably looking at similar payout providers, whoever they do decide to go with. If it will be Wire, I'm very curious to see what the fees end up being over there. But I guess the big thing here is that they need to have multiple payout options. And I guess HRO in a way does have that because they do have interoperability, but it's not like direct payout. But I guess if you do have interoperability, that is obviously like above and beyond, because then you can trade off app and you can get into whatever exchange at the end of the day, I guess, or at least IMX, and then move your tokens around like that. So interoperability is king, but multiple exchanges or multiple payout providers needs to happen. So what does this mean for Veve? Obviously, Veve still got Wire. It's working for them. January, I think it was, when they went down, and Veve didn't have cash out for a couple weeks. And we were worried. We're like, what's going to happen? Rob was speculating 6-7 months to get another cash out provider. Is that how long it's going to take for these guys to get another cash out provider? We're going to see. And the thing that we're going to see here as well is is Veve actually looking at secondary cash out providers? Because we've asked the question. I asked Mitch at an AMA, I think it was on Discord or Twitter, one of them. And my question was, are you guys still looking at another cash out provider? And he said, yes, we are. Even though Wire is back, we're still looking, because he put out a tweet. It was a poll, and the poll was everyone saying, don't go back to Wire, find somebody better, because Wire let them down, right? But they still ended up going back to Wire because it's convenient. It's already set up. They wanted to make sure they had that liquidity, which I get. I get it. I'm happy that they made that decision. What now is going to come to light, though, is if DC, Recur, HRO are able to onboard another payout provider before Veve gets a second payout provider, because Vive's had a head start since January when they mentioned this, and they said we've been looking for second payout providers. You've had that 2-month head start. I hope that you've been honest with the community, and I hope you've been telling the truth. And I think this is going to kind of show those cards. If you haven't been and you're not looking at it anymore, maybe now's the time, because it's going to become really, really obvious if these other three are able to onboard a new payout provider instantly or within a couple of weeks, and Veve doesn't have a second one when that was the plan, and that's what you guys have been promising. So I think it's something that you got to look at, Veve, and it's going to be something that people are going to start pointing out if other companies are able to onboard a new one quicker. The other thing, these companies are using Circle, and obviously they're trying to do good faith, and they're bringing down the fee. We talked about it from $25 to $5. Veve, we got 10% cash out, right? 10% is a massive chunk. We know that Reese, I think it was, or someone in an early AMA mentioned the reason that the fee was so high is because you're trying to offset some of those costs that Veve had from the App Store before, when they were getting hit by 30% and they weren't passing it on to the user base. So there's a lot of costs that went into Veve's, obviously, negatives on their balance sheet, and they got to try and offset that. I don't know if you have to offset it yet. Like, if you are flush with cash, if you are positive, if you're in the black, why do we have to take advantage of the people here supporting you right now? If they want to cash out some money, why do we have to take 10% of their fee? Why not try to retain usership? Like, right now, there's a lot of negative sentiment. Why not retain usership? Say, look, we're lowering the cash out fee. This is this and that, and then prove it. Bring the masses, bring the people to the app, and then at that point, you want to sell 10,000 collectibles, and instead of doing it for $50, do it for $60. That extra 10, guess what? That's how you make back the money. You put your money where your mouth is. You build a company, you build the app, and then you take the extra funds from maybe jacking up the price of a drop in the future. You know you're going to have more demand because you're bringing all these users, because that's the plan, right? Why take it off of the little guys? Right now, you got 5,000 people carrying the app around and just exchanging money. And then if they want to take out some money, if something happens and they need to do something, got to spend 10% on top of the 8% and on top of whatever other percent that they had to pay for if they did crypto cash in or something like that. So it's crazy. It's ridiculous, almost the 10%. And I understand that it's that, but like, Veve, are we not flush with cash? I mean, I'm going to pull up a good friend of mine's spreadsheet here, and obviously we always refer to Pudding Cheeks. If you don't know, go follow him on Twitter. One of the greatest follows of all time. He's got some shorts coming out now on YouTube as well. Like, it's just a great overall guy. But if you look in the bottom right here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I summarized the gem purchases from day one to this is not even updated to today. Pudding Cheeks obviously really busy, but this is February 23rd. 405 million gem purchases. All right. 405 million gem purchases. If you gave 30% of that, which you didn't, because a lot of this has been purchased on the web app. If you gave 30% of that away to Apple, you're at 300 or maybe a little bit less, 275, 250, whatever it is, $million. All right. And that's saying you gave 30% away to Apple. Then you had maybe a couple million. Let's say you're at 250 clean, 250 million. Why do we have to go and recoup the extra 100 mil now? Like, why can't we, if we're making this into $1 billion business and we're going to be having hundreds of millions or tens of millions users as we expect, is it not easier to recoup that money at the time when we are flourishing, not when we are failing? Like, to me, I don't get how it works. I don't understand how we need to have that 10% cash out fee. And I know that people haven't talked about it, but we said we're going to have 10% cash out fee until we offset some of those those 30% losses and gem scan or whatever there is. I just don't think now's the time, especially if you are cash flush. If you are in the negative, if you're in debt, I get it, but I don't see it. I don't see you guys being in debt the way that you do. This number here doesn't even include transaction fees. Doesn't include any of the 2.5% fees that you guys are taking back anytime that something is bought and sold from January 2022 all the way down. So from those highs, any of those sales with the percentages, that money, none of that's been accounted for. This is just total gems purchased. Guys, I feel like the time now is not to have the high transaction fees. And if that is the case, if it's Wire that's telling you that that's the fees, then you need another provider to give them some competition. I don't know. That's what I think of all this Cashout business, all the other companies that are going through the issues. I think that you guys put it on yourself by not having multiple providers. I think that that's a necessity. Interoperability helps. HRO is going to be in good shape and the best shape out of those three if there is no Cashout, because they still have opportunity for liquidity for their user base. But let me know what you guys think. Does this affect this whole situation with the Cashout? Does it mean Veve's amazing? Does it mean that they're better, or does it mean that I think everyone's got to work together, get this sorted, and have like kind of a standard so that there's no questions when you bring in new people, because we want to bring in as many new users as we can into this space. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. I enjoyed talking about it, and I don't know, become a superstar if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification. You can become a VIP, $2.99 a month. You can go on that next page with the colors now. I made a nice update. We're going to do that every couple of weeks. I'm going to try and update it, but you can move up the stars and move up the Hall of Fame or the VIP list. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll see you in the next one. I love you.